Hi, hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. Wow, Chelsea just sold yet another player. Liverpool just lost yet another player. Yes, they are buying, but they've lost another player, to Bayern Munich. So, who's this player? What's going on in the transfer window? I want us to get into this as quick as possible. So, if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Join this family. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, join the family. Please always let me know what you think about the stories I give, in the comment section. It helps this channel, and it helps boost the conversation, all right, in the comment section. And always don't forget to like this video. Now let's talk about Joao Felix. Yes, Joao Felix has left Chelsea. And this time around, it's not Benfica. We've been reporting that Benfica are close to signing Joao Felix for the last couple of days now. But just one phone call from the legendary, arguably the best player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo. Arguably, because most people say Messi, most people say Ronaldo. So I respect your own view and decision. But one phone call from Ronaldo changed everything, and Benfica was not able to pay the asking fee for Chelsea. Benfica was not able to, because Benfica only had 20 million, to pay for 50% right of Joao Felix. And in the Premier League, it's not advisable, it's not acceptable to pay for 50% right. You can do 50% sell-on clause or first refusal clause or something, but buying 50% right of a player in the Premier League is not acceptable. So what happened? Cristiano Ronaldo placed a call to Joao Felix, and earlier today, we got a tweet from Fabrizio. He says, Al-Nassr agreed deal to sign Joao Felix from Chelsea. Here we go. Player authorized to fly for medical and join Al-Nassr. Initial transfer fee worth 30 million euros plus add-ons and heavy sell-on clause meets Chelsea's 50 million valuation in future. So what this means is Joao Felix has left Chelsea. So now it's giving Chelsea the leverage to go for other players like Xavi Simons. Now, Joao Felix will leave for an initial 30 million transfer base fee. What I mean by base fee is the particular amount Al-Nassr will pay immediately first. Then every other one will be based on add-ons. Now, I heard it's like 30 million authorized payments. That's base fee. Then later on, they will have like 20 or 15 million add-ons, then 15% sell-on clause. Altogether, it's reached Chelsea valuation of 50 million euros. So what a transfer for Chelsea. Yes, one thing I like about this new ownership is not just the fact that we are buying players, expensive sometimes. No, let me not even say expensive. The thing is, Chelsea does not budge in those prices like what Manchester United go through when it comes to Manchester United tax, that if they're actually interested in any player and the club actually quotes that amount for that player, they tend to pay. But Chelsea will beat the price down and meet to an even ground, a middle ground, and give that player long contracts. So the payments will be spread evenly in a couple of years. And also, when Chelsea is letting a player leave, they don't fall into under pressure. They calm down, negotiate, and probably meet on the middle ground, and what actually favors Chelsea even more. This is Saudi. Saudi will always pay. That's for a fact, because they are offering, they have a very good structure when it comes to payment and all of that. So it is what it is. That for Joao Felix, he has not really had the best of careers for me. Yes, coming after that 120 million he left Benfica with to Atletico Madrid, it has been on a downward trajectory for him. Chelsea was like the peak immediately. Barcelona, Chelsea immediately was like the peak of his career, giving him a leverage, giving him an option for him to, reignite his career, giving him a way to say, okay, yes, this is an option for you. Let's see if you can do something. But he wasn't able to do anything, at that point, because after he went to Barcelona, Barcelona was not able to pay the amounts they were asking. Yeah, he didn't do so bad at Barcelona, but Barcelona was not able to pay. Then Chelsea came calling for the second time. He came to Chelsea. That was an opportunity for him because Chelsea is bigger than Atletico. Chelsea is bigger than Benfica. So that was an opportunity for him to reignite his career. But he wasn't patient enough. 6 months he left. He wasn't giving what he was supposed to give. He wasn't showing what he was supposed to show. Maresca wasn't getting enough from him. And all the same, he left and he went to AC Milan on loan. He didn't really show anything in AC Milan. It was just after his first game, he just dropped. This is a player who doesn't put enough into his game. Game is not just being a footballer is not just about skill. Being a footballer is not just about those flashy moments, what you can produce. Sometimes work with the team, learn to track back, learn to mark, learn to do those particular things that excites the coach and the players around you, knowing fully well that you can put in the effort. But Joao Felix didn't put in those things, and now he has gone to Saudi Arabia. Then the second tweet from Fabrizio reads, Joao Felix contract at Al-Nassr will be valid until 2027. So it's a 2 years contract. I wish him well. I hope yes, anybody going to Saudi is just to get the bag. Then probably he might come back to Europe at the end of the day. So congratulations to Joao Felix, who has now gone to Saudi Arabia. Now let's move to the next topic concerning Chelsea. Now for Fabrizio, I would quickly touch on this before I move to other reports. For Fabrizio, say keep an eye on Nicolas Jackson. There are several clubs trying to understand his situation, with people close to the player, nothing advanced but remain a concrete possibility to leave. Now, another of his tweets say Chelsea are planning on Nicolas Jackson being with the rest of the squad for the upcoming season. Now, Chelsea are not under pressure to let Nicolas Jackson leave. Chelsea are not under a certain rule or PSR reasons or something to let Nicolas Jackson leave. The player is not asking to leave. The club is not under a certain rules or guidance to let him leave. So, first of all, Chelsea have an upper hand at this case. Any player, any club who wants him, I heard Aston Villa and Newcastle are interested. Any club who wants Nicolas Jackson currently have to pay, and they have to pay the premium. To me, Nicolas Jackson is better than Ekitike, who went for 95 million euros. So, if there's any club in the Premier League that wants Nicolas Jackson, because I don't think there's any club out of the Premier League that can pay that particular kind of amount of money, all right, for Nicolas Jackson. If there's any club in the Premier League, that club has to pay the premium, and the premium has to be an 80 million asking price that Chelsea are asking. Because you have 5 years in his contract, you still have a whole lot, to do, in Chelsea. Yes, the fact is we have 2 players ahead of him now. But at the end of the day, if Chelsea doesn't sign any winger, João Pedro might be moved to the wings. Or even Nicolas Jackson also can be moved to the wings. But the fact remains he will still get game time. Chelsea have a lot of competitions to play, but at the end of the day, Chelsea are not under pressure to sell him. So that's what I just want to say about him. So tell me what you think about Nicolas Jackson. Please share your thoughts in the comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, Chelsea now have the leverage of getting Xavi Simons. I heard the deal is very close. Personal terms have been agreed. Now it's just between club to club negotiation. RB Leipzig wants 60, 70 million thereabouts, 70 million euros. Right? Chelsea are looking to bring it down to like 50 something million, euros. Then we can be even in that. So let's see how that goes. Let me know what you think about Xavi Simons coming to Chelsea. Let me know what you think about Jackson and Joao Felix, who left. Now let's move to the next story. Arsenal unveiled their new player yesterday. Victor Gyökeres, fantastic unveiling. What a nice video. And also he will wear the number 14 jersey. That's an iconic jersey. That's the jersey Henry wore. That's Thierry Henry wore in Arsenal. So what an unveiling he has. He has already traveled to Singapore to meet with his new teammate. So that's a nice one. But Arsenal are not stopping there. Arsenal are still interested in one more player. Arsenal are still going into the market because this summer is a summer for Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester. See, a whole lot of clubs are buying players this summer. So let's see what Fabrizio has to say about that. He said Arsenal remain in contact with Eberechi Eze's camp since June as the player is keen on the move. No club-to-club talks yet with Palace as Arsenal work on outgoings as priority now, with Niels Nelson to Fulham expected to be the next one. So Niels Nelson, who was on loan to Fulham last season, will be going back on loan to Fulham. Now, Arsenal needs a very creative person, a very creative player to work it out for Gyökeres. Now, there's no space in the middle because you have their captain there, Odegaard in the middle, you have Declan Rice in the middle. Now he has to be from the wings. And Eberechi Eze, which is the player they've identified, is very good on the wings as also in the middle as well. So he's a very versatile player and he can play in either positions. This might be the creative spark for Victor Gyökeres. And bringing him in, because we know what Eberechi Eze has done for Crystal Palace. Such a fantastic player, such a good player, a player who understands the Premier League. He's a Premier League proven player. He did it with Olise before Olise left for Bayern Munich. So this is a player that can unlock defense, for defense that are playing on a low block. This is the kind of player that can unlock those defense, and it's a very, very good deal. We have, if Arsenal actually goes and sign, Eberechi Eze, what a fantastic player this guy is. He can unlock defense. He's very good with free kicks, that's set piece. Also very good with his passes. He can break down teams who are keeping low blocks. So this is a player that can unlock Victor Gyökeres and can unlock any defense in the Premier League. So if Arsenal actually pays that 60 million for him, I think that is a very, very good deal. Tell me what you think concerning Eberechi Eze. Now let's move to the last story for today. FC Bayern, according to Fabrizio, FC Bayern reached 4 agreements to sign Luiz Diaz. So it's a year we go for Luiz Diaz. I've been reporting this story for a couple of weeks now that he is very close to joining Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich needed a winger, and they've already identified Luiz Diaz. Luiz Diaz was linked with Barcelona. He was linked with other clubs. The major one was FC Bayern. They lost Leroy Sané, and they might actually lose Coman also. So players have actually left. Matistel left for Tottenham Hotspur on a permanent deal. So I think this is a very good deal for Bayern Munich. But to me, I wonder why you are leaving a Premier League club who just won the Premier League to Bayern Munich. Yes, Bayern Munich always wins the Bundesliga. I know they are a traditional Champions League club and all of that. But that is the German league, man. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the trophies that is going to win or whatever it is in the Premier League. Whenever you're playing football, it's not just about the medal. What are you getting, financially? And at the end of the day, I think this is for a financial move as well as trophies. Sadio Mane made this move. I think Liverpool was not willing to pay Luiz Diaz what he was asking of. I think it was just about money. I don't know how much he will be earning right now in Bayern Munich, but I think it will be very, very good. I think it will be more significant to what he was earning as Liverpool. So it's a year we go for Luiz Diaz, to Liverpool. 75 million package agreed and authorized for medical. So he's going to go to for medical. Lucho wanted that move. That's Luiz Diaz. Liverpool accepted the conditions, and Diaz will now sign a 4-year deal at Bayern. So in as much as Liverpool is spending, Liverpool are also, are selling as well. In as much as they are buying players, they are also selling players. Yeah, they spent a significant amount of money this summer. Let's not forget they didn't spend last summer. So they have a lot to spend on this summer, coupled with the fact that they just won the Premier League. They have a whole lot, sponsorship, everything, money coming in from all around. So I think, selling also with what you still have, I think is a good deal for them. But losing one of your best players last season, I don't think is the best. But now they have enough transfer kits, enough transfer money to go into the market to still get enough players that could actually cover that position. Gakpo is still there. Now they might probably go for, Isak. So it's a very good one for Liverpool. And at the end of the day, I see them challenging also for the Premier League this season again. Coupled with Man City, Arsenal, all of them. It's going to be a very tough one this season for the Premier League. So let me know what you think. Bayern Munich and Liverpool per se wants to win the championship, the Champions League. That's why they are buying all these players. That's what I think. But let me know what you think about Luiz Diaz move to Bayern Munich. Let me know what you think about Jackson, Joao Felix, Eberechi Eze. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Always let me know what you think in the comments, because if you have that thought in your mind, I might not know what you think. But share your thoughts in the comment. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel until I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.